Hi everyone, I'm Leah of CJ Drill, and today I'm going to show you how to drive a nail into concrete using this tool. Now, what I'll say about it is, this is a very dangerous tool if you don't use it properly. Now, every tool, has some elements of danger, but this tool in particular, you really want to read the manual that comes along with the tool that you're going to use. Don't skimp here, folks. This is one of those tools where you definitely want to read the instructions, because those instructions, they're going to not only tell you what to do, but they're going to keep you safe. And I cannot stress that enough. Now, why? Why am I so serious about this tool? This is a powder-actuated tool. You really have to think of it, believe it or not, like a firearm, because you load it just like you would load a gun. And instead of using a bullet, the projectile is a nail. So what you're doing is you're shooting a nail into concrete or structural steel. And so that really kind of makes it a very serious tool. But the good news is, if you follow the safety instructions that come with each one of these tools, okay, it's going to keep you safe. And it's going to make certain that you're using the tool in the way it's intended to be used. Now, the first thing that you want to be mindful of is you want to have eye protection for obvious reasons. It's shooting a nail, okay? So you want to put on eye protection, and you also want to have ear protection because it can get loud. Now, the next thing we want to move on to is the hardware and the loads. So just keep in mind that the load level is usually indicated, or I should say it is always indicated on the package. And as you can see right there, get in close, it says yellow number 4. You can also look at the cap itself here, at the top of the load, you'll see that it's yellow as well. Now, as a rule, I always use the loads and the fasteners, okay, that the manufacturer of the tool suggests. I don't mix my loads and my fasteners up with different tools. That way, you know that you're using the right fastener and you're keeping yourself safe. All right, let's move on to the fasteners themselves. All right? This is what one of the nails looks like. And in our case, we're going to go with a 2.5 because we're attaching a 2x4 to a concrete floor. Now, before you get started using the tool, loading it up, all like that, you have to determine whether or not you can actually use the tool, and there's a test that you take. So, if the surface you're attaching to is an appropriate surface and you've conducted the test, then we're going to move on to the load. Now, I know I talked about the loads, and there's being, different colors for different power levels, but you want to make certain that you're using the right power level for the job that you're doing. And this is where the instruction manual comes in that comes with the tool. Read it thoroughly, okay? Because there are instances where you're not going to want to use the most powerful load. Okay, so what I want to draw your attention to is this is just a single load strike tool, okay? There are others where there are more loads, but this is a single load. And this is all you need for what we're doing today. Now we know that it's operational, it's not loaded. When do you load it? Well, here's the thing. Actually, what you want to do is you want to put your fastener on the end first. The fastener goes right here on the barrel. Take your nail and you insert it, okay? Now, the next thing you're going to want to do is you want to install your load. You always want to do it in that order. You don't want to do it in reverse. You don't want to put your load in and then install your nail, always in that order. Place the fastener in first and then load the barrel of the tool. Okay, so now we're going to actually use the tool, and I'm at a wall that I constructed earlier, and I need to attach the bottom plate to the concrete, and so this is the perfect tool to use. Now, it's not loaded. I want to go through this with you because we didn't really go through how to actually use the tool. So once it's loaded, what you will do is you will hold the tool firmly with the handle. Now, if you come up at the top, you'll see that there's a button here. And it's this button that you want to hit very soundly with your hammer. Now, before you hit it, you have to push down on the tool. It's designed that way for a reason. And the reason why it's designed to push it down first is so that it doesn't accidentally discharge. So you take the tool, grab it firmly, make certain that it's straight up and down. Push firmly down and then strike the top firmly with your hammer. So let's get started. I've got this tool pointed away from myself and the camera person. I've already inspected it, so I know that it's operational. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to load my nail. All right, my nail is in. Now I'm going to extend the barrel, and there we go. That's where I'm going to place the load. Can you get a good picture of that? I'm going to put my load in. My load is in, okay? I'm going to close the barrel. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to set the barrel down where I would like my fastener to be. Okay, so I have it where I want it. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to push down on it. I've pushed it down, all right? And now I'm going to strike it firmly on top. You know, this is really a great tool. Not a whole lot of options out there for driving nails into concrete, right? This is a great tool. And what I will say is this: keep yourself safe. Read that instruction manual, okay? No reason why you can't use this tool and have great success. This is Leah saying, you can do this. See you next time.